Great peace, great peace, great peace, great peace. So you want to know how you can find out if there's um, a cemetery, in your surroundings, maybe behind your house, in front of your house, wherever there's a tree. If there's lava falling off the tree, this is how you know life is underground wherever you are, whether it be alive or dead. This is how you know life is underneath your ground. So we're like enough excavation, right? Like enough excavation. Y'all hear a bird? Um, so with like enough excavation, you can find um, life, underneath the ground, whether it be skeletons, whether it be, you know, actual humans who, haven't decomposed yet, mummified. You can find these things underneath um, your ground. So, pay attention to how stuff kind of uh, lives. Pay attention to how stuff kind of transfers as the time and months go by. And as you see, like, is the tree still alive? Is the tree dead? How do you figure that out? And I think like the tree right here, you see in the corner, I think eventually, within a couple years, it's going to have to be taken down. Because again, it's lava falling off of it. And those lava bugs, they hit the ground, because one fell on me, but they hit the ground and they turn into flies after they start to evolutionize. Um, they turn into flies. So you're going to start to see a lot of flies coming within the next month or 2 months. You're going to see a lot of flies. So, you know, I really like the backdrop right here. I like the backdrop. I like seeing the branches, the trees standing. I like seeing that, But this is how you know that, life is continuing on. When you see the leaves coming out the vines, when you see the leaves coming out the branches, when you start to see all the trees in the area produce life. So that's when you start to see like, yeah, this is taking on a life of its own. So, you know, and I don't know what else I want to talk about in this video, but um, life is, life is at a point right now that we have to enjoy it. Um, when you see the sun kind of speed up and the sun it sets at a certain degree angle, you almost want to follow it. You know what I mean? I know myself, right? I would love to follow the sun and have to always get sun rays throughout the day. Like if you can follow the sun and you can always see the sun shining and it's shining on you, you know what I mean? Because like the moon, right? It's a time for you to kind of relax, let everything around you relax, kind of, rematter and going to the next day. But, if you get a chance to follow the sun, that's an exciting thing. So that's an exciting thing. But, I keep thinking like, do I want to move to Cheyenne, Wyoming, or do I want to move to Minnesota? Like, do I want to move in these places? Or do I want to move to Africa? I'm always thinking about that stuff. You know, because you always want to be able to live that type of life where you just, that country life in the north, you always want to kind of live it. That native nostalgia. You always want to kind of live that life. Great peace, Yakoki.